that long day behind you. Good times lie ahead. With company worth keeping, that'll bash a smile on your head. Come on in, the door's open, you'll find just the finest folks here. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and lend our stories your ear. Cause we're the talk at the tavern. Here you're always welcome. The talk at the tavern. Promising beer and bedlam. The talk at the tavern. Music, medicine, then some. The talk at the tavern. The song's over. Here we come.
Welcome to the tavern. We'll get to the topic and discussion in just a moment. Just want to let everybody know this is an adult show with adult topics, adult humor, and in other words, we drink, we smoke, we swear, and we laugh at things we probably shouldn't, but we do it together. For those listening to the podcast, we record the podcast on our live stream at twitch.tv/Travis Tavern Talk and have a live interactive chat audience. You might hear the sound of the bell. Okay, and that bell will mean that I want to say something and interrupt somebody. So, we'll worry about that in a little bit, but you guys go and put your vices into the chat. I may be smoking a lumberjack pipe with some C&D dark cherry Cavendish or vanilla and drinking Grant's scotch. Really a cheap scotch, but it's triple wood. Yeah, I don't even know if it's distilled. It doesn't even claim it's distilled. This might be horrible stuff. We'll see. So, I want Andrea to intro her next, and then I've got to harass Ed about something when he intros himself. Go, Andrea.
Okay, so my vices tonight are Haribo Star Mints, made by the same people as the gummy bears. They're awesome. And also another vice, Penny Hands. How about you, Ed?
Drinking Meiomi Pinot Noir. Travis, when you're ready, you can go ahead and get her right on my ass. I'm ready for that.
Okay, so Ed.
He didn't even hear that.
Nah, he didn't even hear that.
No, definitely didn't hear that. I one of the young ladies needed into the executive washroom, and I had to open the door for her. So, Ed.
Mm-hmm.
As we were starting up, you said you were going to go ahead and watch the WAP video.
Yeah, and apparently I made a big mistake because I didn't type in WAP. I typed the words out. Oh my God, you should see the shit that came up on my computer.
Did you get...
So I didn't watch it. I didn't watch any of that.
You were busy surfing porn is what I'm picking up right now. Okay.
Maybe.
Fair enough.
That's funny.
So I still haven't seen that video. I'll check it out
guessing
someday.
there is a contest somewhere. In case you guys didn't pick it up, adult show, adult topics. I'm guessing there's a contest somewhere for women who squirt and who can get the furthest distance. I don't know if I would or would not want to be a judge in that kind of contest. Andrea, what do you think?
Bring your rain gear.
Look like the Gordon's fisherman. And smell like him, too. Andrea, you just going to chew your mint, no answer?
Yeah. No,
okay.
No. Mm-mm.
So, our topic on this episode of Talk of the Tavern is going to be the Marvel Universe and where it's been and where it's going. So we specifically want, what phase are they in now? Are they in phase 4 or phase 5 at this point in time?
I think it's 4. I want to say 4.
Yeah, because each Avengers movie was a new phase, and with Endgame it was a 2-parter, but it was still the end of phase 3, if I'm not mistaken. So we're in phase 4
Yeah,
now.
I think so.
Now, so far in phase 4, and we have to expand our consciousness here, expand our awareness of our nerdness, because we don't just have movies anymore. We have series on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
So in the series, we've had What If, which, by the way, I'm so thrilled that they're actually hooking it into the continuity. I'm really curious what Ed is giggling about. Andrea is holding a finger up, but give me a second.
She's been posting stuff in Discord. I'm sorry.
God damn it. Loki, Hawkeye, and then
Loki, Falcon Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Hawkeye.
thank you. And what about...
and Moon Knight apparently is coming out next month.
Yeah.
It is.
March.
And I sent Andrea a few trailers on this for her to watch. Have you watched them, Andrea?
Some of them, yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
By the way, Maria says a few things here. She's talking shit in chat across the board here. She says, I haven't been able to watch Marvel since Endgame. Oh, the thoughts I have about What If. There's a reason why I haven't watched it. How can you even have thoughts on it if you haven't fucking watched it? But I'm curious. But both those things, go to throw that in the chat. We'll check it in a few minutes. So what movies are on that list?
Most recent movies, of course, is Spider-Man No Way Home,
Right.
Eternals, Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings, and Black Widow. Doctor Strange will be coming out in May.
By the way, loved all of them, except Black Widow. It was okay.
I have not seen
We
No
saw
Way
it at
Home
the
yet.
drive-in, and I'd like to watch it again.
Yeah, we probably should. Probably should. And by the way, Maria says about What If, it's animated fan fiction. Prove me wrong. Maria, it was a fucking comic book series for the past 50 years. And yes, it's absolutely...
But I understand why she's saying that.
She's not wrong. Yeah, that's my point. Is she's not wrong, but I fucking love it. And why the hell wouldn't you watch it?
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I haven't watched but one episode.
Watch the Thor episode if you watch nothing else.
It's great.
So nobody's disagreeing with you here, Maria. What If has always been exactly what it says. What if? What if this happened instead of that? And it was a great comic book series that explored a storyline that could have happened, that people may or may not have bitched about at one point in time. And the animated series... That's funny, it triggered a sound. The cat is typing on the screen. Why shouldn't there be animated or other types of fan fiction? Don't be a fan fiction racist. Is that a thing? So, okay, what I'm sorry, Ed, repeat the movies.
The movie. Black Widow.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Eternals. No Way Home.
Have you seen Shang-Chi yet?
Yes.
What do you think?
So
Yeah, Andrea, you could throw your thoughts in before Ed.
Yeah, please do.
I really enjoyed it. Because it's different, but Morris.
Maria was one of the people yelling about Morris, by the way, before I watched it.
Right. Yeah, so
Is that all you got to say is Morris? Is that all you wanted to add to this conversation?
is there anything else? I mean, come on.
Okay, how about that scene where they're fighting in the clearing and the leaves are following the movement of her foot in a swirl?
That was really cool. I mean, the characters are really awesome. The visuals were great. I liked the storyline.
How human and relatable were the characters?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Relatable because, they weren't perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I totally see, well, maybe not me being one of them, but yeah, a normal person, a regular person.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ed, what were your thoughts?
Still waiting.
What? Did you say still waiting?
Yeah, I've seen Shang-Chi, I've seen Eternals, and I'm just kind of waiting for what's next. They were good movies, but what's next? I want to see what's next because, yeah,
So
it's.
they're doing it right, is what I'm hearing from your opinion.
Let's pick it up a little bit. What's next, damn it?
Yeah.
I mean, let's pick it up and move forward.
Now, give me just a moment. I got to step away for 1 second to let the cat out of the executive washroom.
1 second.
And then I want to voice some opinions about all these movies. Hold on just a second here.
The girls in the executive washroom always need to be let in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Black Widow. Black Widow was okay. It was okay. By the way, Ed, you'll see you have a whole lot more. Yeah, you're using the animated one. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got, like, all kinds of pussy you can
I
play
like to
with
shake my shit.
Okay, Black Widow was okay. They didn't do anything wrong. I think it just, because it came out, I don't know, 9 months, 12 months after when it didn't feel like it was in the right place. Instead of
Right.
being something that supported the previous movies, it was just too late. So you're like, okay. I got nothing to complain about, but here I see what they're opening up for the next group of movies. What else do we have? Spider-Man, No Way Out, and Eternals, right?
No Way Home.
Okay, and Eternals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Spider-Man was fucking great.
Haven't seen it yet.
Incredible. Love the way they tied previous movies that they didn't own into the new movies. So we're seeing the old actors. Willem Dafoe, fucking incredible. Doc Ock was one of my favorite movies, Spider-Man villains. So happy to see him back. And so on. Maria says, I kind of want to see Black Widow. Because while she's problematic, Scarlett Johansson is hot. And I like watching her. Yeah, there's no arguing that. In that very first, in Iron Man 2, when they introduced her character, and Tony looked at Happy and went, I want one. Can I have one of those? I nodded right along with that fucking line. But on the other hand, yeah, it's time to move a lot of these characters on because of, well, we're not filming 50 films in 3 years. We're filming 3 films a year. So, Spider-Man was great. Love how it tied into, and a little bit of a spoiler, but not really, because you can kind of catch it in trailers or whatever. I love how they tied it into Doctor Strange, who shows in the movie, but it also ties it into what's coming, which is the multiverse, and it hints at that. And even the trailer hints at that, folks. I'm not throwing huge spoilers out here. Eternals. Okay, let's face it. Andrea and I watched Eternals. Beautiful movie. Bad pacing. Just could have trimmed 30 minutes and put things at different points to create a better rhythm to the movie so it actually holds you and compels you. But it definitely backs up that whole multiverse thing and what's coming next. There's even hints in Hawkeye and Loki about the multiverse. So they're very much playing into phase 4. And I'm frankly fucking excited about Thor. What's the subtitle? Love and War?
Love and something. See, I didn't go that far ahead. You didn't tell me that.
Hey, word to win.
Is that a movie?
Yeah. Basically, we get Thor back, but now Jane, his love interest, Queen Amidala, is also Thor. She has the power of Thor. And I'm guessing she's from a different reality. And we also have Doctor Strange. It's not called Into the Mouth of Madness. That's like a Clive Barker book. But it's something about madness and mouths and, I don't know, deep throat, blowjobs. I don't remember. I know. It's Doctor Strange and... I think that's the subtitle. Ed's researching, guys. We're taking a... Yeah, Andrea?
So what about series? What about the series?
We have Moon Knight coming out next. Yeah,
We have
Ed?
movies. We have Blade coming up.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, Maria, by the way, Maria says, wait, the next Thor doesn't have Thor in it, but I go for the abs. It has both. So I'm expecting direction like Thor Ragnarok, which, by the way, Thor Ragnarok, I love the character Thor, but I often bitch about why is he crying about his girlfriend when he's been alive fucking thousands of years? You think he'd get a rhythm on this and get a grip. So, the point is, Thor Ragnarok was the best of the three. Because part one was like, mediocre intro. Part two was, we might as well call it the Jane movie, guest starring Thor. But part three, there we go. There's Fat Thor right there.
it's my favorite.
Part three, Thor Ragnarok. Which was, by the way, directed by Titi Wakaka. I so fuck up his name every time. Incredible director, great actor. He played the Rock guy in the movie. He also did a review of the next Deadpool, or of a new guy with Deadpool as the Rock guy. I love his work, and yes, I make fun of his name because I just don't have it in my head. Yeah, absolutely. Word of Wind says Ragnarok was such a fun movie. With Jeff Gordon starring as the boss. Wait, maybe it wasn't Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Goldblum. That's right. That's a different guy.
The race car driver.
Yeah, he was in it.
Big difference.
And Hulk and Valkyrie and yeah, I agree. Maria says, and it remained fun throughout the whole thing at the right points. Absolutely. And that's what I want to see for Thor, Love and Romance, Love and War, whatever it's called, whatever the subtitle is. Doctor Strange coming up. I'm super excited about this. But Andrea had a tangent that she wanted to scamper down and go nuts about.
Well, it's about series.
Uh-huh.
So there's one, oh god, New Warriors. Yeah, I can't say the word. And they made it, but it never came out. And there's this character that's pretty cool, Squirrel Girl.
Mm-hmm.
She was supposed to be in it, and now nobody will know the awesome of her.
And this is. There's been a huge fan outcry for a Squirrel Girl movie for a while now. Because here's a third tier or lower character that's just so much fucking fun. And by the way, Squirrel Girl defeated Doctor Doom. Just saying. So they made this animated series, kind of like the whole Teen Justice thing. Word it says Squirrel Girl is too powerful. She would have stopped Thanos.
She would. And
By
that
the way,
shit wouldn't have happened.
let me just say, in Avengers Endgame, when he snapped his fingers and he killed half of all living things. Oh, look at Gary becoming a VIP. Right now, right on top of the tavern. Paying those points. Benny Hill theme playing for him. There we go.
Here, Gary.
Thank you for that, Gary. Welcome for spending those points. Do I not? You can't be a VIP and a mod at the same time, by the way. But if I ever take you off moderator, I'll give you VIP. I guarantee it. But yeah, how come when Thanos snapped his fingers and killed half of the living creatures in the universe, we didn't see half the trees disappear and half the squirrels disintegrate? and half the flock of birds going overhead go into dust.
Well,
Is it only
maybe half the
sentient?
squirrels were gone. There's a lot of squirrels.
But apparently none in Wakanda, where we were currently. Yeah. Because, fun fact, Andrea posted this recently, but I've known this for years. Squirrels are not native to the U.S., they're native to Europe. And they imported them to Central Park, New York, to create a fun atmosphere because they're cute to watch. Fucking tree rats, which, by the way, I adore squirrels. But yeah, they spread all across the goddamn U.S. as an invasive species. Thanks, humans. You did it again. Not to mention sheep.
They make great gravy.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
Or are they just stringy?
That's just...
Say what?
It's just about all you can do with them. Make gravy, because there's not a lot of meat.
So what I'm hearing is...
Mostly fur.
You gotta throw them into something and cook them down till they're a mush.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're wiry little fuckers. Should we talk about how you cook a squirrel now? Is that the tangent we want to go on?
Nah, let's keep with the movies.
Okay. So
I'm not cooking Squirrel Girl.
Wouldn't mind steaming in her juices. What?
With series Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched it yet.
Me. Oh, it surprised me how good it was. I'm like, I want to see the next one. When's the next one come out? I really liked it.
Now let me ask you this: why was it good?
It's, I guess, because it's relatable. It's not one of these characters that so overdone. You don't know too much.
Right.
And there is a background. There is a family element. It's just, it's really.
He's so normal.
Mm-hmm.
And the shit he's dealing with, you understand it with your day job. And also, I don't know, spoiler alert, guys. He's going deaf. And he's learning sign language and wearing a hearing aid. And that comes into play throughout the series. And by the way, it was just a fun Christmas series, too. Not as fun as Batman 2 with Penguin and Catwoman, because that is probably my favorite superhero holiday movie. I just loved the fuck out of that one. And by the way, those, like the first one and the second one, those are my two favorite Batman movies ever. As much as I love the Batman Dark Knight Rises and all that, and I really did love that. Yeah, Maria says, oh, so they finally brought in the death element? Because that was my main issue with this character during the first few waves of movies. Yeah, they brought that in, and it's super important in the series. It's a defining element in the series. So, yeah. So, Ed, what else do you have after Thor and Doctor Strange? What else is on the books?
Gotta go back to movies. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, had to get both my pages on TV shows. Wakanda Forever.
Really? What is that about? Now, does that take up like the sister or the female commander? Because I'm guessing they're going with one of the.
I have heard it's supposed to be his sister. That's what I've heard.
Good. Yeah. Good. What else you got?
The Marvels.
Like Miss Marvel and Marvel Jr., who's the Muslim female character, etc.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. I'll give it a chance. By the way, Miss Marvel was probably one of my not disliked, but least give a damn Marvel movies. Go on.
Blade.
I don't know if I've seen it.
No,
Blade.
Ed, Blade. From what you've seen, does Blade tie into the larger story at all?
I don't know. I haven't read much about this one, but I hear they're going to try to tie it into the larger story. I just remember the original, and hey, it was kick-ass. Loved it.
Now, who made it better, Chris Christopherson or Wesley Snipes?
Wesley Snipes.
I don't like him. By the way,
Yeah.
I loved him
I
in Demolition Man. I feel like I
he
loved him
got
in
to show
Demolition.
off his martial arts skills.
Did he
which
have
was pretty good.
real martial arts skills?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah, he's like a 3rd-degree black belt or something crazy like that. Yeah.
He just seems so arrogant, so constantly. Not just the character, the actor. Wordwin says in Marvel canon, Doctor Strange deleted vampires. I'm sure they brought him back because Marvel does that with every fucking thing they kill. Okay, so what? And by the way, Blade is set up for a trilogy, if I'm not mistaken. This is not a one-off movie. This is a series of movies, which they might be better off fucking doing a series of him instead of movies. What else after Blade?
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Anybody care? Anybody? Anybody at all? Now, if you want to say we're going to bring in the Micronauts, if you want to do Ant-Man and the Micronauts, Ed, does that mean anything else to you?
Oh, yeah.
You know the Micronauts. Yeah. Because Micronauts were the microscopic version of Guardians of the fucking Galaxy. Right. And I would love to see that. And maybe they're going to bring that in. Maybe they're not. I don't know. But there was a whole subatomic universe in the Micronauts. And there was that one green guy that looked like a bug because he had an antenna, and I never knew really what was going on. But I was 13, and comic books were confusing sometimes. What else?
And they're going to try again. Fantastic Four.
No. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys. Marvel's got X-Men back in. Disney owns Deadpool, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and all the other ones, Spider-Man, that Fox had. Now, I'll read your comments in a couple moments, guys. So, with this latest Spider-Man movie, if you haven't watched it, watch it at least for how they're tying in the multiverse to bring these other movie series into the Marvel universe. Marvel as in the movie company, not the comic book company. And I really would like to see I'd love to see Genosha. Ed, do you remember Genosha in the late 80s, early 90s? Basically, right after the rise of the Sentinels, who went hunting and killing mutants, there was an island of only mutants. Okay, so let me read some comments here. Wordwin says, it was pretty cool. Dracula went over Strange and was winning. Ha, Strange, you cannot kill me. And Strange was like, well, you're right. You've conspired a situation where I cannot kill you, but I can remove vampires. What? Strange deletes all vampires. Anyhow, Maria says they should give up on Fantastic Four. And Wordwin says, give Fantastic Four to Whedon, the only help. Wordwin, you missed last episode of Talk the Tavern where we talked about Joss Whedon being in all kinds of trouble because he yelled at people. But yeah, it's here's what I'm going to tell you. First of all, yes, I get it. Doctor Doom, galactic stuff, Galacticus, Silver Surfer. You know what? Bring it down a couple notches, folks. Dig into that third tier villain. Get the moment in there. Tie it in with some other villain that we don't really know or cared about. By the way, Wordwin, I don't have a problem with Joss Whedon. Check out the last episode of Talk of the Tavern, and you'll see what we talked about. Not going to go into it here. So yeah, it's give it to a great director, get a different storyline that's not the top 3 villains of Fantastic Four and don't give us another goddamn origin story. We're good. We'll have a good movie. You know, I know Marvel likes to call Fantastic Four the first family of Marvel. Nobody fucking cares about the Fantastic Four. Not the way they do the Avengers or X-Men. You got your little hangers, but yeah, not a big thing. So...
Because they were not presented properly to where people got excited about them.
I agree, especially people that didn't know them.
Maybe a new movie will spark that. Who knows?
Yeah, I agree with you. And Maria says, I'd love to see Silver Surfer on his own, to be honest. I love that cartoon as a kid. Wordwin says, James Gunn managed to save Suicide Squad, so he'd be a good director for it. Kitty says, I'd like to see Captain America, not American, after he went back in time. Yeah, these are all great ideas because there's something we don't have a level of expectation for. They can surprise us with it because we don't have something in mind that we're hooked into and invested in. So let me ask you this, Andrea, what do you want to see? Besides Squirrel Girl, I got that. Where do you want it to go? What would you just like, this is the movie or series I would fucking love to have in front of me? Anything.
That hasn't come out yet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Let's go off the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Adventures of Fat Thor.
Oh, I think that'd be great. Animated or live action?
Live action. Have him like traveling to different places and dimensions, hitting up bars and restaurants.
You know what? If you've seen that one What If episode where he's like frat boy Thor, and mix that with Fat Thor and take it into its own 6 or 8 episode series, yeah.
That'd be funny as hell.
Yeah. Ed, what
Why
about
not?
you? Oh, wait. I'm getting interrupted. Okay. Maria says, yes, I'm with Andrea and live action all the way. Oh my God, and Rocket would be his BFF. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt, Ed, but had to do that. Go ahead, sir.
No. To be honest, though, I'm actually good. I'm good after Endgame. Everything else is just bonus to me because that's what I grew up on. That's what I knew and everything. So I'm just really good right now. I'm just kind of like, what's next? Because, yeah.
For me, okay, no, Wordwin added to this. You know, Wordwin, I just saw you put something. I wanted to shoot it down, but I'm with you on this. Wordwin says, Fat Thor, Rocket the Raccoon, and the Rock Guy, played by Titty Wakiki. And Groot, of course.
She adds.
By the way, can we not have Teen Groot? Can we get back to the adult Groot, or at least 20-something bar-hopping Groot? Let's do college Groot. Let's do college Groot, please. Or that's even funny. High school Groot, just not fucking middle school Groot, because what an annoying goddamn character that I don't love. Now, for me, what I'd love to see, I want to see X-Men come in with the attention of the first 2 new X-Men movies. So, I want to see X-Men First Class, whatever the second movie is that I don't even remember, but it had Kevin Bacon in it, and Logan. I want to see those writers, creators, that mindset come into the new X-Men, and let's pull the team apart. Give me a fucking Colossus movie. Give me a Nightcrawler movie. And have them team up with X-Men somewhere in there, but give me a primary movie about them. And let's build that universe in that direction. Because there's so many interesting characters. I mean, fuck, they even managed to make Iceman, Bobby Drake, interesting on occasion. I don't care about Scott Summers or Jean Grey anymore. We're done. We're good. Make him
Don't
a
like my brother?
What's that?
Don't like my brother?
Who?
Scott.
Oh, you know what? Just because you have the same last name, he is a whiny white guy. He's not your fucking brother. I'm taking my white privilege and pushing that shit right now. He's a moody little fucker. By the way, Maria says, I don't know, kind of love Baby Groot. Baby Groot was great. Teenage Groot, as meant to be, was annoying.
And you know there is a Groot TV series scheduled.
Animated though, right?
I don't know. It just I Am Groot just has it listed here.
I think
so
it is animated.
There's also an Alexa app where you can ask Teenage Groot or Baby Groot different things. I showed it to Andrea earlier today. So
are
anyhow,
they going to do any more Loki?
yeah, as far as I know, there's a season 2 in the works. For all the series,
I
as far as I know, there's a season 2. Oh, and She-Hulk. Ed, you didn't fucking mention She-Hulk series.
We didn't get that far. We stopped at Moon Knight.
Okay, go on after Moon Knight. What else we got? Because we got to wrap this up. Andrea's
She-Hulk.
Well, I'm glad you finally mentioned that. God damn it.
Good job, Ed.
Ms. Marvel.
Now
Secret Invasion.
Hold on. Ms. Marvel is the younger Muslim trainee of Miss Marvel, right? Or Captain Marvel?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Captain Marvel, yes. Secret Invasion.
Now, is that like Secret Wars, or is that just all the Skrull stuff? Which, by the way, Nick Fury is apparently still alive, folks.
They don't have anything on that. But
okay.
Yes, it is casting Samuel Jackson.
Uh-huh. And by the way, Woodwin says She-Hulk would be awesome. She's fourth wall like Deadpool. I hope they do that too. Woodwin, I agree. By the way, Ironheart is Tony Stark's daughter, Morgan, when she dons the armor. So we'll see where that goes. I don't know if they're going to have her as a teenager or an adult, but go on. What else?
Armor Wars.
Really? Is that a series or a movie?
It's supposed to be a series.
Yeah,
you got to remember, a lot of the series, though, they only had they're only doing one season. So
see, I'm okay with that.
See.
Because a lot of the seasons I look at as, here's an 8-hour movie.
Right.
And I'm okay with that. Which, by the way, Winter Soldier and Falcon, that was an 8-hour bridge.
Yeah, it was filler.
Well, it built what leads from point A to point B.
Yep.
And yeah, they tried to, well, they loosely tried to make you care about the characters, but yeah. Okay, what else?
I Am Groot, which we mentioned earlier. X-Men 97.
Oh, okay, so this must be after Apocalypse. And this should be the bridge between... Hold on, Maria. I'm going to get to that comment in just a second. That should be the bridge between the new series and the old series.
Yes.
And by the way, Wordowin says, I do like in the TV series they deal with the aftermath of the snap return. Yeah, I really enjoy that too. I love that they're working that in, even if it's one line in dialogue through the whole series. I don't care. I'm good. Maria says, Bucky. Can we have a Bucky and Logan somehow team up? Maria, back when What If was a big thing, there was another comic book series out there that I loved in the 80s called Marvel Team Up. And they took two characters who were unrelated and put them in a comic book together where they teamed up. And you would get things like Winter Soldier and Logan. And that would be great. I would love to see an animated series or a live action series, I don't fucking care, with each episode called Marvel Team Up. Yeah, pretty much. But this whole series is a comic book crossover with a 1 or 2 book arc. So, do it like the What If animated series and just give us the voices of the actual actors and do a 20 or 40 minute episode. Andrea looks so ready to end this episode.
I'm so tired, sorry.
Okay, let's get some closing thoughts. Andrea, you get to start because you're tired.
Squirrel Girl, Fat Thor, make it happen.
Ed?
Really quick, and Andrew's tired, don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but it is Marvel. Article I recently read talking about things in the movies that we've seen so far that did not age well. And one of the things was they were talking about diversity.
Yeah.
Which we've had other shows on diversity.
Right.
But they were like, not enough women, not enough Asians, blacks, or this, that, and the other. And I sit down and they have the picture from when they were in New York, the Avengers in New York, where they're all out on the street and everything. Is like, wait a minute here. We got a Playboy drunk.
Yeah.
We got this dude that had some really bad issues as a kid. We got a Norse god, a green man, a 70-year-old man, a woman, and they're all being led by a black bad motherfucker.
Okay.
How can you not get any more diverse than that?
Define which characters you just mentioned. Because like the 70-year-old man, I'm lost. What?
Captain America.
Oh, okay, yeah. But how many were white out of that group? Yeah.
But diversity is more about skin color. Look at all those different people, different lives, different walks of lives.
Right.
How can you not be more diverse than that?
Right. Now, by the way, for anybody who's not watching the live video feed right now, Ed's a black guy, in case you were confused or didn't know. So the point is, yeah, there's absolutely skin tone diversity. Abso-fucking-lutely. Ed and I at length have discussed how seeing Falcon, seeing Black Panther was great to Ed and me and everybody else for different reasons. But there is more diversity than just skin color. There is religion, background, financial, belief systems. There's so much more to diversity because I can find you a black guy who is rich, who is poor, who's Republican, who's Democrat, who's a football fan, who hates sports, and so on. So, yeah.
Anyway,
I feel what you're saying.
I like the movies.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm not tired yet. Okay? Some people are like, oh, we've had too many superhero movies. I'm okay. There's enough other movies out there. It's not like because these superhero movies are out there, we have lost anything else. We're still getting this, but I love my superhero movies. They are the modern westerns, as I've said multiple times in the past. By the way, Maria says, hold on, wait. Kitty says, The Haunted Tank was an old comic that would make a good movie. If you're familiar with the comic, the tank was haunted by General Robert E. Lee. His reason for being there was to help the U.S. defeat the Germans. It's an interesting premise, but I doubt anyone would touch it today. Where was this? Wow, I remember that one. Maria says, yeah, which one has the kid issues? Because I'm pretty sure that's all of them. Yeah. Kitty Rin says, more often than not, people who say lack of diversity tend to mean there were too many white people, which is what I just threw at Ed. And Ed
Right.
threw
Which
it back
means
at me.
maybe they're not seeing true diversity.
Right, because there's more than... Now, skin color is a different diversity, absolutely, and important, and representation is fucking important. We've talked about this multiple times, too. But there is other types of diversity, too. And Ten Rings, by the way, loved Shang-Chi.
Oh, yes.
What a
That was-
fucking great movie. Ed, you've watched that one, right? I know I asked this in the
But
beginning.
yeah, I've seen that one.
Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. We're still in love with our superhero movies because
Absolutely.
they're all different. And something Aaron Kennedy would point out if he was on the show is something Marvel has done is created war movie with Captain America 1, spy movie with Captain America 2. Mm-hmm. They're doing a heist movie with Ant-Man. So they're creating different types of movies, but with this superhero as the main character. But they're still doing different kinds of movies. And let's keep that up, and let's keep giving us Guardians of the Galaxy and other second and third tier characters that we don't have expectations for. That we can go in, enjoy a movie, and be surprised without having our own things we imprint.
Alpha Flight.
Oh, let's do some fucking Alpha Flight. Maria, back me up on this one. Canadian superhero team, the one that basically Wolverine started in Alpha Flight. Okay. Maria says, because they're different, the characters are both otherworldly and relatable. Then she says, have great asses. Have you seen their asses in their suits? This is actually valid because so many people complain about specifically women being demeaned because they're made sexy.
Well, women can't help it. They're made sexy. They're just made that way.
Women are sexy, but men can be sexy too. For the folks that want to look at the men. Let's look at Peacemaker. Yeah, Maria says, nope. Marvel makes them all sexy. Yeah. And Kitty says, we need more sexy men. Let's do that. And different kinds of sexy. Doesn't just mean great body. It could also mean that personality. Because let's face it, fucking Deadpool, sexy goddamn personality. Logan, goddamn sexy dark personality. Professor X, a brainy motherfucker sexy personality. These are out there. Let's keep this coming. I love this.
Nick Fury, bad motherfucker.
Nick Fury, thank
Sexy
you.
personality.
To throw some diversity in there. Let's even look at Anthony Mackie as Falcon with his, playing second fiddle Captain America.
He's smooth.
And coming into his own and owning that, but still being so relatable. Like, here I am, I'm a fucking superhero that saved the universe, but I can't fucking pay my bills.
I can relate.
Yeah. And to close it up, Maria says, have you seen Nick Fury take charge of the most powerful people in the universe? Fan self. Okay. Let's wrap this up, guys. We're out of here. Thank you so much for everybody who jumped into chat and joined us on this. Ed and Andrea, as always, let's do this again soon.
Absolutely. We'll be back.
Yeah, we're going to roll out of here. We will talk to you guys soon.
Thanks for hanging, guys. Appreciate you.
Here's the outro. Before we go, I want to remind everyone that you can email us at talkofthetavernshow@gmail.com to let us know your thoughts on the show's topic, suggest another topic that you'd like to hear us discuss, or just have us read a message out on air to someone in your life. Thanks for supporting the show by downloading the podcast, sharing it on social media, grabbing some shirt stickers and mugs from bit.ly/tavernmerch, or barware patches and hats from bit.ly/tavernmerch2. That's bit.ly/tavernmerch or tavernmerch and the number 2. Thanks to everyone who joined us live at twitch.tv/Travis Tavern Talk, and everyone who supports the tavern by subscribing, hosting, throwing bits, raids, and most of all, commenting. Thanks for joining us in the discussion shenanigans tonight. You are the one thing that makes the show what it is. Don't forget to join us at the tavern next week. Until then, have fun, keep learning, and be good to one another. Now, raise your glass in good cheer. Enjoy the small moments every day and steamy dreams every night.